Hi, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Kasey Woleben. I'm co-founder of Cure Mito Foundation. So just a little bit about me and my family. My son was born in December 2011. He was a perfectly healthy baby. He hit all of his milestones. Actually, he hit them uh, ahead of schedule. So he was walking, talking, eating. By the age of 2, he was having trouble walking and he would stumble and fall constantly. So, my husband and I took him to an array of specialist doctors to try to see why he was falling and tripping and just clumsy. And every doctor said, "No, he's fine. He's just a clumsy child. Don't worry." But in my heart, I knew that something was wrong, and that's when we took him at the age of 28 months to the hospital to have a brain scan done to see what actually was happening with his body. And that is when we got the diagnosis, and our lives changed forever. So Will was diagnosed with SIRF1 Leigh syndrome. We sat down in front of the doctors and they basically told us, look, there's no treatment, no cure, no hope. There's nothing you can do for your son. Go take him home, love him. You've got about 2 years left with him. As you can imagine, hearing that as a parent, it just crushes your soul. And for me to hear no treatment, no cure, no hope, I couldn't live with those words. So that is why we started our foundation, to try to fund this groundbreaking research for this devastating disease. These children are losing their abilities. I have now had to watch my son lose his abilities. He can no longer walk, talk, eat by mouth, but I will say this, he is cognitively aware of everything. He's happy, he's funny, he's waiting for his treatment or cure for sure. We met other families from around the globe who also had SIRF1 children. And so we came together and put on a huge fundraising mission to fund AAV9 gene therapy, which is a project that we have funded out of UT Southwestern and Dr. Stephen Gray's laboratory. This would allow our children to have the mutated copy of SIRF1 to be replaced by a new copy of SIRF1, which is essentially cure or treat our children. It's very expensive. It's we don't know if it's going to work, right? No one has done this before for Leigh syndrome, specifically SIRF1. But we do know this. We do know that we are creating history for this disease. So all of our preclinical models are showing good work, good data, and we hope to continue to fund this project and take it to the next, take it to our children. So hopefully, if everything goes right, this time next year, we will hopefully be in a human clinical trial for SIRF1 AAV9 gene therapy. As you may know, that Leigh syndrome, there's over 113 different mutations that can cause Leigh syndrome. SIRF1 is the most common. However, with that being said, we knew that we wanted to help other Leigh syndrome mutations. So we changed our name from Cure SIRF1 Foundation to Cure Mito Foundation. And we started partnering with different organizations from around the world, like Sonresurf One and Jorgelina, with her children, Atillo and Benito, to try to raise awareness of what we are doing around the world that could potentially change the history of this disease. It takes a village. It takes a village. There's many, 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 many children across this globe with Leigh syndrome that are losing their abilities, that are clinging on to life. We have to help them. We have to do it. Unfortunately, since it is a rare disease, we can't depend on the government agencies to give us research dollars. It's up to us to do that as families of these children. I do want to tell you a little bit about what we've done since 2018. We have created the largest Leigh syndrome global registry, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. We have partnered with UT Southwestern on the gene therapy project. We've also partnered with 3 different drug repurposing research teams, Perlara, Rare Base, which is now Transcripta Bio, and Unravel out of Boston. So we hope to identify drugs that could help our children now while we wait for the ultimate treatment, which would be gene therapy. And we have had some drug hits, and we are awaiting more data to be collected. And as soon as that is collected, we can start trying these drugs on our children. They are all FDA approved drugs. So that's very, very exciting. Back to our registry. So a patient registry is huge. The research teams and the doctors need to know the natural history of this disease. Without that, we cannot come up with endpoints for clinical trials. We don't know the trajectory of the disease without a patient registry. Right now, we have over 350 patients in over 40 countries, making us the largest global registry for Leigh syndrome. So without participation, we will never know what this disease is, and we share facts and insights back with our families. So it's very exciting time, and please, if you haven't, please register for the registry. We do have it in Spanish, translated to Spanish as well. So I just want to end this with saying that it takes a village. As a parent diagnosed with a child with a rare neurodegenerative disease, given no hope, no treatment, no cure, it's hard. There's good days and there's bad days. But I do know that with our village, with our community, with our Leigh syndrome parents and warriors and community, we have the chance to change the history of this disease, to give these children a treatment or a cure, whether it be through gene therapy, whether it be through drug repurposing. All I know is these children deserve a chance, and we need all the help we can get. So thank you so much for inviting me. And if you'd like to know more, please reach out. Thank you.